Hello friend, today we have to discuss the maintenance of transformer. First we have to discuss what is the transformer. Transformer, it is a static device or it is a passive electrical device that transfers electrical energy from one electrical circuit to the another electrical circuit. In the transformer there will be two windings are present. First one is the primary winding and second one is the secondary winding, and the supply voltage will be given to the primary winding, and because of the mutual induction principle voltage is induced on the secondary side. Then there will be a different types of transformers are present, that is single phase transformer, three phase transformer, auto transformer. In cases of the, we have to consider the distribution and generation of energy or transmission of energy. There will be a power transformers are present and distribution transformers are present for the distribution of energy, and power transformers are used for the transmission of energy. This is one of the main equipment in the transmission and distribution purpose of the electrical energy to the consumers. Then we have to discuss before discussing the maintenance of the transformer, we have to discuss related to the installation of transformer. Then what are the different factors we have to consider whenever we have to install the transformer? First we have to consider the indoor installation purpose. Then we have to taking the main point into consideration, that is ventilation. We have to give proper ventilation to the transformer in order to cooling purpose. Then noise level should be less, according to that we have to maintain. Then space required for the movement. Whenever we have to install a transformer indoor, then there will be a very important that you have to provide a proper space surrounding the transformer in order to during the installation purpose, and whenever you have to carry out the maintenance work, it is very easy to conduct the maintenance. Then fourth one is the trench. The trench will be provided for the cables, and there will be a minimum clearance between the transformer and wall should be properly maintained. Then wall on four sides. Suppose transformer is installed, surrounding four walls are present, then distance will be the 1.25 meter. Then wall on three sides, it will be a 1.1 meter. When wall on back side only, then distance between the transformer and wall will be 0.51 meter. Then if the wall on two sides of the transformer, then clearance from each side will be a 0.75 meter. These are the different points we have to consider during the installation of transformer in indoor installation. Then ventilation, it will be very important. According to the rules, ventilation area will be the outlet minus 2 meter square per 1000 kVA, and inlet will be the 1 meter square per 1000 kVA of the transformer. This is the ventilation area we have to provided for the transformer. We have to discuss the installation of transformer, outdoor installation. In that we have to consider the different factors. First one is the foundation. On that foundation we have to install the transformer. It must be a very strong foundation, so that it will be bear the load of the transformer, as well as it carries the vibration. It should be must be made with the proper floor level and plinth level. The level of concrete plinth should be above the maximum flood level, and suitable rail track should be provided, where rollers are used with the transformer to bring the transformer from the any location to that final location. For the easy purpose, we have to provide the rail tracks, so transportation it will be very easy. Next point is the facility for drainage of oil. Indoor transformer having oil capacity will be more than the 9000 liters. So we have to provide a proper drainage facility for the transformer which transformer are installed outdoor, there the oil capacity will be more than 9000 liters, so that we have to provide the proper drainage of oil will be very important. The third factor is the cabling. Power cables and control cables should be never placed in the same conduct. DC control cable and AC protection circuit cables and the AC power cable should be reparted from each other, so interference from each other will be not happens to each other. Then routing of AC and DC protection. The cables and AC power cables should be pre-planned so that there will be a minimum of crossing over cable may be carried out along the wall, clamped on vertical supports at regular interval depending upon the size of cable we have to place. Next one is the cable box. If the transformer is fitted with the cable box and it is connected by paper insulated power cables, the cable ends should be sealed properly with the help of cable boxes and it is filled with the oil. The next one is the main power connections. It will be very properly we have to provided for the transformer. Then noise reduction will be very important factor. The transformer must be mounted on non-reflecting resistance pad on a solid and non-vibrating surface to reduce the noise level to minimum. Then fire protection, we have to provide the fire protection equipments, that is carbon tetrachloride, foam type of fire extinguishers and buckets filled with the sand, and water should be kept ready for this purpose. Whenever the fire will be happens in the transformer, we have to provide the fire protection equipments. Then next one is the provision of supports of bushing. We have to provide the proper supports through the bushing. Then location of switch gears, we have to provide the proper switch gear equipments for the protection of transformer. It is properly installed near to the transformer and we have to provide the proper control cables and proper control room to the transformer. Then we have to discuss the maintenance of distribution transformer as well as power transformer. First we have to discuss related to the maintenance of distribution transformer. The maintenance of transformer, it is scheduled according to the period, that is we have to carry out the maintenance hourly basis, daily basis, monthly basis, quadrilarly, half yearly, yearly, 2 yearly and 5 yearly. According to the requirement of maintenance of the distribution transformer, we have to carry out the maintenance on the transformer. Then we have to consider, first one is the frequency of inspection, that is suppose you have to consider hourly basis. Then we have to inspect the load, temperature and voltage. Then we have to check that values of load, that is current, temperature and voltage against the rated figure, and if there will be any rising temperature will be takes place, we have to start the fan if necessary. Then second one is the daily basis, we have to carry out the maintenance. In that we have to check the dehydrating breather, check that air passage are clear, check the color of silica gel, that is agent. If the silica gel is pink, change it or replace it, because it absorbs the moisture whenever the air will be enter into the transformer. Because of that, silica gel will be carries more important role in the dehydrating breather. Next one on the frequency of inspection is monthly. In that we have to inspect the oil level in the transformer. We have to check the transformer oil level. If the transformer oil level is low, then we have to examine what is the reason behind that, and we have to add the dry oil into the transformer. We have to conduct different maintenance on the transformer. Next one is the quadraturely. In the quadraturely, we have to check the bushings. We have to examine the bushings for crack and dirt deposit. If dust are deposited on the bushing, we have to clean it. If the crack will be on the bushing, then we have to replace the bushing. Then half yearly we have to check the conservator, check for moisture covers. If there will be a improper ventilation, check the oil level. We have to carry out the maintenance on the yearly basis. In that yearly basis, we have to check the oil in transformer. In that, we have to check the dielectric strength of the oil. We have to check the water content and check acidity and sludge test on the oil, because the oil will be carries more important role in the transformer for cooling purpose as well as insulation purpose. Because of that, we have to check the dielectric strength of transformer oil. Then we have to check the acidity and sludge test. If the results are good, then we have to properly oil is maintained. If the results are bad, then we have to purify the oil and we have to remove the sludge contents present in the transformer. It will be affected on the dielectric strength. Then we have to, in the yearly, we have to check the earth resistance. Take the suitable action if the earth resistance is high. Otherwise, we have to maintain properly earth resistance. Then yearly, we have to check the alarm, relays and their circuit. In that, we have to examine the relays, alarm contacts and their operations, and check the relay accuracy. Whenever the fault will be happens, the relay will be starts properly or not. We have to check or test the relay accordingly. Then clean the components and replace the contacts if there will be any fault in the contacts of the alarms or in the relays. Then we have to check or replace the contact and fuse if there will be necessary condition will be occurs in the transformer. Then 2 yearly basis we have to carry out the maintenance. In that, we have to check the non-conservator transformer, that is internal inspection above the core we have to carry it out, and filter oil regardless of condition. If requires the filtration of oil, then you have to filter the transformer oil. Then next one is the 5 yearly basis. We have to overall inspection of the transformer we have to carry it out, and lifting of core and coils we have to do. Then washing the dry oil or washing properly according to the requirement, or dehydrating of the moisture content from the transformer will be carried out. To discuss the maintenance of distribution transformer, power transformer. The maintenance of power transformer will be carried out according to scheduled time, that is hourly basis, daily basis, quadraturely, half yearly and yearly basis. We have to carry out the maintenance of the transformer. In that, first we have to discuss the hourly basis maintenance is carried out on the transformer. In that, we have to check the ambient temperature. In that, we have to check the temperature of the transformer. If the temperature will be increasing, we have to shut down the transformer, and we have to investigate why the temperature will be goes on increasing. Then we have to check the winding temperature. Similarly, we have to check the winding temperature. If the temperature will be rise above a set value, then we have to check or what is the reason behind that. We have to shut down the transformer, or we have to reduce the load on the transformer. Then we have to check the oil temperature. Then we have to check the load condition on the transformer. If the load is excess, then we have to reduce the load on the transformer. We have to check the voltage or load against the rated figure which is to be mentioned. Then we have to discuss, that is daily maintenance. In that daily maintenance, we have to check the oil level in the transformer. If the oil level is low, then we have to add the oil in the transformer. Then we have to investigate, that is why the oil level will be reducing. We have to check for any leakage on the in the transformer. Then we have to check the oil level in the bushing. If the oil level is low, then we have to add the oil in the bushing. Then we have to check leakage of water into the cooler, because we have to provided the water cooling system to the transformer for the cooling purpose of the transformer in order to reduce the temperature of the transformer. If there will be any leakage in the cooler, then we have to remove it. Then we have to check the relief diaphragm. It will be checked any crack in the diaphragm or there will be any broken in the diaphragm we have to check. If the crack will be present or broken, we have to replace that relief diaphragm. We have to release the pressure of the transformer through that diaphragm. Then we have to check the silica gel breather. Silica gel breather, it will be absorbs the moisture content from the air whenever the air will be enters into the transformer. Then we have to check the air passage are free, and we have to check the color of silica gel. If the color of silica gel is pink, then change it by the active agent, which is more capability or more property of that silica gel. It will be absorb the moisture content. If the moisture content will be more or enter into the transformer, then it will be reduce the dielectric strength of the transformer oil. Then we have to discuss related to the quadraturely basis maintenance. In that, we have to check the bushing, examine the bushing for the crack and dust deposited. If the dusts are deposited on the bushing, we have to clean it. If the cracks will be cracks on the bushing, then we have to replace it. Then oil in transformer, we have to check for the dielectric strength of the transformer oil. It will be low, then we have to change it or we have to purify it. Then we have to check for the water content in the oil. We have to remove the water content by heating the transformer. Then we have to check for the cooling fan and its bearing, motors and operating mechanism. The lubricating the bearings, check the gearbox, examine the contacts, check the manual controls and interlocks. If there will be a burnt or worn contacts of the other parts, we have to replace it. We have to lubricating the bearings because it is rotating part. Then we have to half yearly maintenance is carried out, that is oil coolers. We have to check for the pressure. If the test pressure is good, then we have to maintain properly, it is good one. If the test pressure is low, then we have to take the proper action on that. Then yearly maintenance, in that yearly maintenance we have to check the transformer oil for acidity. We have to filter the transformer oil. We have to replace the or remove the sludges. Then oil filled bushing, we have to test the oil and we have to filter the oil and we have to remove the sludges. Then we have to check the gasket joints. If the gasket joints are loose, tighten the bolts to avoid the uneven pressures on the transformer. Then we have to check the cable box, check for sealing arrangement for fitting the holes, examine compound for leaks, replace the gasket if there will be any leakage will be available. Then we have to check the surge diverter and their gaps. If there will be any crack or there will be a dust deposit on the surge diverter, we have to remove the or we have to clean the dust, and if there will be any crack, then we have to replace it. Then we have to check the relay alarms and their circuit. The relay will be carries more important role in the protection of transformer, so we have to check the operation of the relay, its contacts, and we have to check the alarm circuit contacts also, because whenever the fault will be takes place, the alarm will be given that there will be fault will be happens in the transformer. Then we have to check the operating circuit of the relays and alarm, and there will be controlling system. If there will be any burn contact, then we have to replace the burn contact and replace it. Then we have to check the earth resistance. If the earth resistance is high, then we have to maintain the earth resistance to its low value by taking the proper action. Then there will be a 5-yearly maintenance will be carried out, that is overall inspection of the transformer will be carried out, and lifting of the core or coil we have to checking it. If there will be lifting of the core and coil will be takes place, then proper maintenance will be carried out on the transformer. Thank you friend, this is the maintenance of the power transformer.